So now I want to show you guys how I sharpen images also. So after I've done frequency separation, you can as well go to your sharpen and sharpen it up, but that will look awkward. So you can try that at your leisure time, just add sharpness. But this is the way I do my own. So first thing I do is I duplicate the high frequencies, see, then that's which I duplicated. I'll go to my image, then I'll add brightness and contrast. Then I'll take my brightness, my contrast down to my -50. Then click OK, leave the brightness at 0. Then the next thing I do is still clicking on it. Yeah, I change the blending mode to linear light. No, then I go to filter, go to video and others, then high frequency, high pass, then increase it till you feel it's okay. Don't make it too much. No, for this image I'll use 1. So then you can see before, after. You might not actually see the effects. I don't know if you're seeing it from YouTube, but there's just this gradual sharpening that is not looking too plasticky. So now I can now tone down the opacity if I want to. So you can see 22% the opacity is not bad. So 6, that's too much, but I want to make sure you guys see the effect. So basically, I can use this to sharpen. Can I use this to sharpen this image? But I want to use it to sharpen some specific accessories is put it on, so they can be a little bit more punchy, than the usual. So what I do is on this layer, I create a mask, After creating the mask, you can click on this say Chinese flag, then click on it. So then invert the mask. Then pick up your brush tool. This time around, ordinary brush. So you can increase your flow to whatever you like, but 100 is fine. Your opacity is 100, and you paint on those things that I want to stand out more. I want them to be very sharp. So I paint on them, basically. So just paint all through. So just paint through every of the accessory, basically. So the wristwatch, the bangles putting on, apparently every accessory is wearing, then see the before and the after. You might not be able to actually see the before and the after from YouTube though, but there's a difference. So try this at home and you understand what I'm saying. So save your work, always save your job. Whenever you are retouching, save. Photoshop can crash at any time. Your system can just go off at any time. Trust me, that's happened to me before. No jokes. It wasn't fun in that day. So always save your work. So I feel 66% because I'm using it on accessories. If I was using it on the skin, it won't be up to that percent. So yeah. So you can create photo filter for this. So now I want to brighten up. So I want to brighten up his teeth. So what I do is I go to layer, adjustment layer option, go to filter, photo filter, then I change the filter from the default to cooling filter 82. Remember, cooling filter 82. It looks blue. Then I invert mask. So I go over to things that I want to be white, especially the eyes. If his teeth was obvious, like I've shown his teeth, then brighten this. It's look a little bit too yellow. I know he's putting on glasses. It's meant to look, but at least not to look like someone that smokes. So let me just reduce this a little bit. It's a little bit, and yeah, just reduce it a little bit. At least you can see the difference before and after. It's kind of it's still dark, like it's in the shadow, but it's not that yellowish. So I count an overall, I think it's curves. This is too much. So just drag and drop this. So I can see it's looking like a zombie, but so just reduce the opacity down, you know. So just whiten up the eye. So that's like I'll do a proper tutorial on how to whiten eye and teeth later, but this is part of retouching process. These are the major things I would do whenever I'm retouching an image. So see, use the photo filter to make it move from yellow or whatever color to a little bit, because blue is closer to white when you reduce the opacity. Then use the curves to increase the intensity of whatever you've done before. So that is just to brighten it up more. Basically, that's what I use it for. So you zoom out, so you see, always like to save your image. Remember, always save, please. So, and always check your image from whenever you zoom in and you zoom out. So save your work. Save. So to be in a saver condition, always save your image. So what else? I think that's all. So I hope I've been able to show you guys that retouching is it's not that difficult. But these are like the major things I will do, for at least for a basic image for retouching. So these are the basic things I will do. Remember, the first thing was blemish remover. Second thing was frequency separation, blemish remover, and background cleaning. Frequency separation to fine tune all I've done in blemishing and to balance everything out. Second thing I do is, after retouching, is to color grade, and after color grading, make final adjustments to my taste, and then sharpen, brighten the eye and the teeth, sharpen its accessories, basic things and fine tune things. So basically, those are what I do. So we've come to the end of this series on retouching 101, and I hope you enjoy this stuff. If you really like if you like this tutorial and it was helpful, please let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate. I've always wanted to do this for a while, but I've been skeptical if I'm good enough to teach others. But I hope you guys find, even not every part of the tutorial, but at least one or two things you've learned from this tutorial. Please, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I still remain your host, Alexander Udekian. Alright, so you can follow me up on Instagram at _Alexander Films. That is like my profession name on Instagram. I make films, wedding films, and movies too. So yeah, basically that's just it. So see you guys another time. Thank you.